What's up, YouTube? Blue Lightning back. I'm doing something a bit different today. I don't usually do this, but just my personal thoughts about what I've seen on Facebook. It's a thing about DoorDash, about them in restaurants adding 20% service charges, and for these DoorDash drivers that are being petty and they're doing stuff because they don't receive a tip. I don't drive, but as somebody who's been on both sides of the scale, I understand you may live off tips, but you can't expect everybody to tip you. Just like, now restaurants, it's kind of a different story. Like, you shouldn't, like, tipping is just an option. Like, if you go to, like, the casino and stuff, you're not, like, friends of mine that do bar back, they lived off tips, pretty much. Myself, I worked at the casino as a housekeeper. Now, I didn't make tips, but, I mean, tips are optional. You don't have to, like, get every single one. It's nice to. You just don't have to. And for those people that think that you should tip people, like tip the drivers automatically, like if you're on a tight budget or fixed income, you can't afford that. Even being nice, like you can't afford like let's say all your money goes towards bills, and let's say you have kids, or like your bills, like for like 2 or 3 people, you have like bills that are sky high, and you're having a hard time keeping up because you have so much else going on, and you order like DoorDash or you order food, and they want you to tip like $30, $20-$30. That's kind of like ridiculous. I mean, 10-15 bucks maybe. But for those drivers that are being petty and slashing people's tires, and for being just a-holes because you guys don't get a tip, or you guys are throwing people's stuff on the ground, or because and that's another thing. Like, I heard and read about these people throwing these customers' orders on the ground. Like, they paid for that stuff. You can get in trouble for that. Like, you can get in trouble for like slashing tires and stuff too. That's vandalism. Like, retaliating against a customer, like, I get it. Customers aren't always right, but neither are the DoorDash drivers or the DoorDash company. So, DoorDash, if you see this, I don't care, because, like, that's ridiculous. You can't force people to tip your employees, because that's not how things work. You can't expect that out of anybody. That's a choice. Now, what you can expect is for the customer to be civil and not be an a-hole themselves. However, again, me being on both sides, I can understand where the business is coming from, where they have to, they want things better, they want to improve upon things, but that's only because of backlash from their employees, because they want tipped. Like, a lot of these are just my own personal thoughts, and a lot of these are facts. Like, it just blows my mind. You can't just force people to tip your employees for DoorDash or at a restaurant, because you end up doing that too much, and you're gonna have a lot of backlash. On top of, you'll end up not having customers, and you don't have customers, it's gonna start a chain of events to where you're not gonna have anybody. Eventually, you're either gonna run out of business, or you're not gonna have as many employees because they're not getting tipped, or you're not gonna have as many customers because they feel like they're getting ripped off and they can only afford what they can afford, especially on a fixed or budget income. But tell me what you guys think in the comments. Feel free to disagree. Like I said, I don't usually do this, but this just irritated me to the point where I had to say something because, and I praise the guy that, the delivery driver, who's actually a DoorDash driver, that actually spoke up to say, you know what, you shouldn't rely on the tips that, yeah, I forgot what else, but if you're watching, hit like and subscribe. Catch you on the flip side.